Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mr. Rogers Review Hour. And in today's review, I'll be going over how to create simple pinch pots of the different forms. So the first one I'll do is a cup. And the first thing I do is take a chunk of clay, get the air out by turning it into a cube. Then I knock down all the corners. And I get it closer to a round spherical shape. And then I will use my hands to turn that into a sphere. And here we go. And that's a pretty good shape to start a pinch pot with. And I'll do that again with this piece of clay. Use the table as a tool and gravity to help you make that cube shape. This gets the air out of the clay. Makes the clay pretty dense. Knock the corners down. And then with your hands, like you're making a snowball, turn it into a sphere shape. And then we have two spheres of approximate equal size. So a cup form is pretty simple. Put a hole with your index or your thumb. Hole. The space at the bottom is about ½ inch thick. Didn't go all the way through. And then you start to pinch the pot. I'll start near about here. So my index and my thumb are slowly coming together. And I am pinching all around. Squeezing the clay. So I've done the lower half. Now I'm going to get the other upper half. And I am pinching the clay, this upper section. Just slowly turning the clay, squeezing it, and let's take a look at the inside now. It's gotten way bigger, way more voluminous. And the difference between a cup and a bowl is a cup is taller than it is wide, typically, or about the same. And a bowl is wider than it is tall, or about the same. If a vessel is as tall as it is wide, sometimes it could be considered either, and that's fine. So I'll give it a flat bottom, and that's your basic cup shape, nothing too fancy. And I'm going to do this exact cup again. Index finger. To make the initial hole. And I'll thin out this section here by pinching the clay a little bit at a time and turning. Take a look inside, got more voluminous. Pinching again, slowly turning. Doing the middle section in here, thinning this area out. I want to try to keep the clay about the same thickness everywhere, if I can. That's pretty good. And these two have about the same diameter opening. This one's a little more narrow. I'm gonna try to match it. Match the diameter of the openings. That diameter and that diameter are about the same. And then to make your pinch pot main body, you will take these two pots and smash them together like this. Now I've made a clay balloon, and there's some negative air pressure in there, and I'll blend away the seam. You can do this step at leather hard, you can do this step at gooey soft. I tend to do it at leather hard usually. I'll make either half. And then score and slip it together at leather hard. But when the pot is still gooey soft, and you're attaching gooey soft clay to gooey soft clay, sometimes all you really need to do is smash it together really well and blend it. I tend to get a better connection when they're leather hard and I can score and slip it together, but it's okay. All right. Now, this is a balloon, and the air inside there will crack the clay as the clay shrinks because the air inside is not going to shrink. So, before I let it to sit out and go leather hard, I'm going to poke a hole in it, just so the air inside doesn't crack the pot as it sets up leather hard. So I'll set that aside. So this main body here was 2 pinch pot cups put together.